Nikki. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. You know what I'm supposed to say?
No, you got it.
What's the line? What's up, guys? Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a duo with Shelton and I. This is a video we've been planning to do for a really long time, and I really don't know why we haven't gotten to it, but we're going to just talk to or answer some questions rather about our journey through celibacy before we got married, and just the reasons why we chose to wait until we got married before we decided to have sex. Pause for the cause. Okay guys, so this will be a 3-part video, and then following these videos I'll do a more in-depth video of why I reclaimed my virginity. So make sure you're subscribed and make sure you turn on your post notifications so you can know when I post. Okay, back to the video. So I just have some questions here that Shelton and I will be answering. The first question is, what brought you to the decision to become celibate prior to you and I getting together?
Man, I think it was a lot of factors that played into it. First and foremost, when I found God, it was just a strong conviction on my heart. This was about 2 years prior to me, probably like 3 years prior to me meeting you. It was just a strong conviction on my heart that I need to get a hold on my sexual desires. So that played a part. And then from there, they just began to show me, just all of the things and all of the, many spirits and the broken relationships that went wrong due to premarital sex. So
what brought me to the decision to become celibate was just like Shelton, and I know I wanted to be closer to God, and I feel like the thing that was stopping me from being closer to God was having sex before marriage. I felt like every other area in my life was, I won't say okay, but I just felt like he said, just a really strong conviction about that area of my life. And just as I got to know God a little bit more, and I decided that there was, no more playing, that I really wanted to do this God thing for real, I was like, okay, this is something that I need to cut out of my life. And so that's what brought me to the decision to be celibate.
and then also in the movies, you know what I'm saying? You never seen the men do it, but the women used to always be like, I ain't giving it up until I find a woman. So, as I said, I'm gonna try it out. I ain't giving it up until I find the one.
Right. So after we met and we decided to both be celibate together in our relationship, were you scared that you'd be sexually disappointed by waiting until after marriage?
Nah. I mean, no. Because I knew the father, man. He's a master. he's a master designer. He's all wise, all knowing, all caring. So, that's something I wasn't really worried about.
Cause you know how people be like, you gotta
want to get with somebody, you gotta test the waters.
Yeah, before you.
Nah, I wasn't worried about from that sense, but more so from me, because I did have a past, and I've been with multiple women before, so, and at that point in time, pornography was a struggle. Right. So, being with all these women and then, watching pornography and having all these visions and still not being purified of these thoughts. That was the issue. Not so much as, oh, I'm going to wait. I mean, not so much as, you know, will my wife be able, or, you know, will the sex be good? It was more so, would I be able to be satisfied knowing all the things that I did in my past?
Everything you put in your spirit.
Everything that I put in my spirit, will I be able to be satisfied with one woman?
Was I scared that I'd be sexually disappointed by waiting until after marriage? Actually, I wasn't. I never was concerned that that I was going to be disappointed. I trusted God enough to feel like God would give me everything that I needed in my husband, and that he was going to mold and construct and, you know, make him perfect for me. And of course, you know, this is before me knowing that you were going to be my husband. But when I just made that decision that I'm going to wait for my husband, you know, I'm going to reclaim my virginity and I'm going to wait for my husband, I trusted that God was, because I had made that sacrifice, you know, for him, that he would do it for me. If y'all hear anything in her background, that's Rachel. She always in the background making all these noises at the wrong time.
Hey, just to piggyback on that though, like you had said something that, you know, society says that you have to test the waters before you know what I'm saying, marry a person, because you may not like it. But when you actually like look at it, I can't speak from all men, but I can speak for a lot of men that I've had a conversation with. So if this doesn't pertain to you, please don't get in the comment section talking about, nah, bro, don't pertain to me, cuz. Hey, but like a man can be feeling a woman, can really be digging a woman. Like for me in my past, like I could have really been, you know what I'm saying, digging a woman, really been, you know what I'm saying, into her. But if she allowed me to, you know, lay with her prematurely or had premarital sex with her, like immediately, like the next day, whatever feelings, whatever, you know, thought or desire I have of maybe she could be a wife, went out the door, you know. And it wasn't so much that, you know, she had changed. It was just like, maybe it was just like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? I wanted the chase. When you give a man something too early, majority of the times, he's not going to appreciate anything you do after that, you know? Like, you didn't make him work for your love. You didn't make him work. You didn't make him earn the appreciation to even be able to lay with you. Like, that is a special gift. It's a sanctified gift. And when you don't understand that, you give it to a man so soon, and you know, we manipulate women so much and try to do it thinking that, man, like after this, you know what I'm saying, I'm still gonna be feeling this girl, but then after we do it, we done lied to her, gamed her up, and we're like, dang, I don't even look at her the same.
Yeah.
So going into the marriage, I knew that I didn't want to have that same or make that same mistake, that I didn't want to slip up or even try to manipulate you into thinking that, you know, it's okay to just have sex, because I knew eventually if we would have did it before marriage, 9 times out of 10, I wouldn't have felt the same about you.
Right. So for the people that feels like, okay, so how does that change after you get married and this is the only person that you plan to have sex with? How, for you to have those feelings for somebody prior to, then what makes you want to continue to have sex with me and only me now that I'm your wife?
That's a good question.
We might be going off into a whole other topic now, so.
And that was like a fear. Thankfully, it wasn't the same. You know, those vows that we made, like it's more than just a girlfriend and boyfriend type feeling. And I'm not knocking girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm not knocking that. It was more of a vow. So now I understand sex a lot more spiritually than I did when I was in the world. When I was in the world, it was just a satisfaction. It was just please. It was just let me get my rocks off type thing. But now it's more so a union.
Right.
It's a oneness. I understand that through sexual intercourse with your wife and husband and wife, it's what yokes y'all. It's what binds y'all. It's what makes y'all spirits one.
Right.
So it's deeper than just it's deeper than just me trying to get my rocks off. So
yeah. I feel like you kind of answered. How do you feel like celibacy has benefited our marriage?
I feel like it's benefited.
I'll go first.
All right. Yeah. My bad.
I feel like celibacy.
You want the mic?
Yeah. I feel like celibacy has benefited our marriage just because it allowed us to love one another outside of sex. One thing that I learned in my class, because if you don't know, I'm getting my master's right now. In one of my classes, we just talked about the brain and how sex can affect the way that you think and feel. That it's a mental chemistry, which is the reason why some women can't leave a man based off of the sexual pleasure that she has gotten with him, no matter how good or bad the man is. So
and vice versa.
And so I feel like by us waiting to have sex until after we got married, it made us get to know each other on different levels. It made us love one another from different aspects besides just sex, because you know how you can really be feeling somebody, but the sex will make you not feel them at all. Or, flip it around. You could...
It'll blind you.
Right. It'll completely just make you, disregard everything else about that person because the sex is so great. And so it just made us love one another, outside of sex. It made us find different things to love. It made us... it enhanced our communication. I feel like I think we do a pretty good job at communicating with one another. Outside of, I'm mad at you, so we're going to have sex because, we're going to have makeup sex. But there was no makeup sex when we got mad at each other. It was, well, I guess we're going to have to talk this out, because that's it. That's all we got. So that's how I feel like it's benefited us.
Yeah, it forced us to have those difficult conversations, especially in the engagement stage. There's a lot of difficult questions and a lot of things we were faced to deal with. To be able to, to look at my wife and genuinely say I love you, and genuinely say, you mean everything to me, and genuinely say, and be, 100% no motives behind proposing to her, knowing that it was from the bottom of my heart. It means a lot.
Because he used to always come over to my place, and so his curfew was him having to leave by 10 o'clock.
Shaying the devil. Tell the truth and saying the devil.
He embodied everything that I had prayed for. And so that was a turn on for me. And then, when we finally kissed for the first time, because that was something that we were trying to abstain from doing until we got married, but that just didn't work out. And that just opened a whole nother floodgate of emotions